Hi, it's Glenn. How you doing, sir? You good?
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm good, mate. It's got really cold over here. About, well, I don't know, it's like in Arizona. But,
Uh-oh.
no snow, so we'll be okay. Yeah, so it is, yeah.
All right, well, let's go. I've got about 15 minutes, and then we've got to get jumping here, so let's get into it.
Right, cool. So you've gone from rock and roll to coffee. That's quite a jump, really. What made you decide to go into coffee?
Well, first of all, I didn't go, I didn't leave one behind for the other.
I know.
To me, it's more about just bringing all of my lifestyle together. I mean, you see more and more artists doing it, and I think, as we get a little bit older in our careers, we like to bring, some of the things that our fans become as interested in our lifestyle as they do our music, because our music has essentially created a lifestyle. And for me, coffee has been there for, I think really since the beginning. I remember when I moved to LA in 1983, our very first drummer, Dijon Carruthers, he was a coffee guy. So we would go around in his apartment in Hollywood, and we couldn't afford much because we were poor young musicians. I didn't drink like chock full of nuts or something like that, but that was exotic compared to the Folgers and Maxwell House I tasted on the farm in Minnesota when I was growing up. And so to me, it was kind of like music, conversation, and coffee all fit together.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so you got quite a few different flavors over there. And what would you say your favorites are?
Well, it's interesting that I like dark roast coffee. That's my personal favorite.
Yeah.
And I'll generally drink maybe a little bit of a lighter roast early in the day and then a darker roast later in the day. And often the misconception is the darker it is, the stronger it is, the more caffeine it has. And that's not necessarily true. And part of that is based on the bean, and part of that is also based on the roasting process. But usually the darker roast, it doesn't usually have more caffeine. In fact, sometimes it'll have less. But it has a dark, rich flavor. And I get a little bit of a sweet tooth later in the day, so if I'm going to have a darker roast, I have a little, sweet snack with it or something. In the morning, I'm a wake up, get up and go kind of guy, so I like to wake up, have a pretty pungent, coffee that's going to wake me up and get me out the door and get to the gym, and I'll get on with my day. So for us, our flagship roast is roasted peace, and that is a dark roast. It's a Brazilian bean, which I admittedly have not been a big fan of Brazilian coffee. And it's funny because when Paul Wagoner from Parliament Coffees, who helped me do my flavor and my tasting and my flavor matching when I was originally starting Ellefson Coffee Company back in 2016, he kept telling me, he goes, trust me, I have the perfect bean. You just described what I have. Brazilian bean. And I was like, look, I like Sumatra, I like Easy coffee. I really don't like Brazilian. And he sent me, he's like, all right, well, I'll send you more coffee. So he sent me 4. And the last one I tried begrudgingly was the Brazilian bean that essentially became roasted beans. And I was like, God dang it, Paul was right. And the beauty of that is creating a coffee, it's like having a songwriting partner.
Yeah.
It's a very collaborative process. So Paul has been great with working with me on that. And then, as we create the marketing, I'll just sit around in the morning drinking a cup of coffee, kind of wake it up, and then name it. Roast and peace. Canyon Crash. I'll kind of come up with these sort of whimsical, kind of, again, lifestyle brand names to my coffee, and that's that's how it is. It's a very fun, collaborative, part of my life now.
Sounds good. Do you have plans to bring it into UK and over into Europe more?
I do, and I've begun discussions with that. I actually have a couple of friends in the UK that we furthered those conversations when Megadeth played at Bloodstock about trying to get the coffee over there. There's kind of where it sort of stops and starts is the costs of either shipping the coffee versus finding a regional roaster to be able to roast, bag, and ship locally, which quite often makes more sense to do it that way.
Yeah.
It's a little more difficult to kind of ramp that up and get that in place, but I think in the long term it makes it more economical even for the customer, to be able to afford the coffee. Because suddenly, when you start adding shipping costs,
it gets expensive, yeah.
Tariffs and all those kind of things, all of a sudden, the costs almost get too prohibitive on it. So
yeah.
we are investigating it for UK and
Sweet.
for Europe.
Yeah, because I'd love to try it over here as well, being in America. I've not tried it yet. And that's great. Awesome on that. Well, I thought I'd put this in. It's trying to put it in, but I thought I've got to put this in. One of my best friends is one of your good buddies as well, Stet Howland. And
Sure.
you used to be you did a band with him. It was a great band called Templar Brutality. What were your memories of that killer album, Lethal Agenda?
Oh, great. Just really, really great. Stet is one of the good guys of rock and roll. He's a real rock and roll heart. He's funny. He's got a great work ethic. He's an experienced guy. In fact, I just saw him this last summer. He was playing for Metal Church. So
yeah.
It was nice to see him on some shows in Europe. And Templar Brutality at the time Stet was in Wasp, and that was a fun thing because I was it was a record that came, kind of two records I did at the time. It was this group Killing Machine, which was just kind of an album project, and then Templar Brutality, and both were written by Peter Scheidhauer.
Good guy, I know.
And, but man, Templar Brutality, I had not met Pete. I'd heard the Killing Machine demos that had actually drummer John Getty playing on them, and James Rivera from Hellstar was singing on them, and I really liked it. It was kind of more of a power metal thing, and I really liked it.
Good album, good band.
Then Peter sent me, he said, first I want to do this, I want to do Templar Brutality. And so I had never met these guys. They sent me a plane ticket. I flew from Phoenix down to Fort Myers, Florida, and went in the studio and said, hey, I'm David. Hi, Pete, Stet. And we went in and we just started cutting the record like that day.
Awesome.
And it was just one of those moments where it was very rock and roll. It's like, let's just go for this. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was loose, it was fun, it was rowdy, it was thrash, it was kind of punk. And it was, we got to do a handful of shows with it, and it was just a fun moment in time for all of us.
Oh, so I see Stet regular. I'm not going to Fort Myers and every at least twice a year. So and know that you're down in his basement doing it all there. That's great. That's cool. And this was what segues into it. Do you think they plan to do a Templar Brutality album too and release it on EMP?
It would be cool to do. We don't have any plans. Not heard anything more about that. So no, we don't have any plans for it. Certainly, I think what one of the reasons I formed EMP was to be helpful to artists. Originally it kind of started for me to have a home for the things that I produced.
Yeah.
Then I immediately got busy on a 2-year-long tour with that, which didn't leave me really any time to produce. But, as I find free time in my schedule, it's nice to have an outlet for that. And then, it's been a really cool place to be able to help a lot of my friends put their records out. Mark Slaughter,
good album.
Doyle, the Lebowski girls, who are local here in Phoenix, who have really started to get some good traction now and starting to really have a career of their own. So it's nice to be able to jumpstart and help help my friends. And if I have that avenue open to be able to do that, to me, that's kind of me being the good neighbor to our community and being able to contribute something back to our business.
Yeah, you've got some cracking acts. Like, good to see people like Chuck Mosey and Madam X and Keith Tracy. It's like, wow, some of these guys, and you've not heard them for quite a while. So that's really cool that you've got some of these people on it.
A lot of these artists, I think for a lot of people, you realize, a lot of time has passed, and the record business they all knew it, we all knew it, doesn't exist anymore. But it has changed, it's updated, it's morphed, and we tried to change the EMP model to better accommodate that. And one thing about being on a record label is that it does give you, it legitimizes, and rather than doing something just on your own across the internet, I think with EMP, we add that legitimate label credibility to the record. And to be able to, work radio, work publicity, our bands, by and large, all end up getting on Billboard charts, and getting some charts around the world as we work them in the territories, and and that it feels good as an artist.
Yeah, and because
to be recognized by the industry, by your fans, by your peers.
Yeah.
I think if we can do that with EMP, that's a huge step that we can offer to a lot of these artists.
It is. I mean, you've got a great guy in Tom Hayes Art. I met him at NAMM in January. Awesome geezer, that one. And what I like about it as well is you've got some cracking vinyl ideas as well. You're bringing that back, which is brilliant.
Well, it's funny because not every artist is worthy of vinyl, and I don't mean that disparagingly. I just say that not every fan base responds to vinyl. I was at a seminar yesterday. It was a friend of mine was giving a talk and talking about boomers, Gen X, millennials, Gen Z, and just sort of the buying habits and the patterns and kind of the lifestyles of the different generations of people. And vinyl is something that's I grew up on vinyl. Vinyl. I remember.
Yes. I mean,
we got a Wurlitzer organ that had the very first cutting-edge cassette deck in it.
Yeah.
I never liked cassettes. I actually was not very sad to see them go away. You leave them in your car and melt in the sun. I never cared for those. I didn't necessarily like the brittle sound of CDs once they came out, but
yeah.
I certainly appreciated digital technology, and I think once records were made digitally, they sounded better on a CD format. Kind of a complete digital process. Some of the earlier records, I think the very first CD I got was the Yes 902.
210, whatever it was. Yeah. Yeah, that number. Yeah.
Yeah, which is an amazing sounding record, but I got it on CD and it sounds really brittle and kind of thin, But over the years, technology got better. So I still like CDs. I mean, I'm old school. I go to iTunes and I still buy my music. I just bought a record the other day from a friend of mine flying home from Argentina, and my daughter, she's 19. She never buys anything. She goes to YouTube and Spotify, and that's how she listens to music. So I think as a label, we now are pretty wide with every format, every generation. Young kids like the Dawson fans up to, Madam X, and, Slaughter, with vinyl and everything else. And, vinyl has its place.
Yeah.
The discs are awesome. And, I remember, when I met Dave and we started Megadeth, I remember seeing Diamond had picture discs, and they were epic. And they were just, they were so freaking cool. And Iron Maiden, they were these rare collection pieces. And so I think there's still a cool place. You do a limited run, that's all there is. Get it while you can.
Yeah, awesome. And also, you're a manager. You're managing Doleskin. I guess you again, it's another aspect of your skills, and you can show those girls how to go on with things, and they don't fall into the pitfalls because you've already had all that stuff in the past.
Yeah, I like it. I've got this. My dad was a businessman. We grew up on a farm, but he was a businessman. His parents, his dad was a astute businessman. The Ellefsons through the decades have been. So there's this part of me that I really understand, and I enjoy the more pragmatic side of our industry, as well as being, the creative side of it as a bass player and as an artist. So, management on one hand kind of fits me well. I'd be good with it. And I get Doleskin. I mean, I see in them, a very similar, genre that we created with Megadeth, with Killing My Business, moving into P-Cells and all this. So it's funny how I see a lot of the comparisons, even though they're girls and we were guys. And this is 2017. We started in 1983, but there's just a lot of parallels of things there that I enjoy working with them. I originally just took them in the studio to produce, and then kind of sort of to protect me and to protect them, I then became the manager.
Yeah.
And we created the EMP Label Group basically to continue to, push out, records for them, and videos and promotion. And because I realized that I just left it in someone else's hands, so eventually someone else's money runs out, and then the train stops and their career stops.
Exactly, yeah.
The career, these girls are young. They've got time on their side. This is always a young person's game, especially when you're starting. and I really wanted to see them have success. And I think we've turned some pretty cool corners now, and they're, you know, they've got the traction they need, and you know, so I feel like we've accomplished a lot of the goals we set out to do with the EMP. Awesome.
Awesome. It all really links together well, doesn't it? And also you got Megadeth, and I was listening to an interview last night with Dave, who's done with the Full Metal Jacket, and he was saying about you've started writing some new material for a new Megadeth. What can you tell me about the new material, like as a follow-up to the Dystopia album?
Well, it's too early to say what it's going to sound like, but yeah, the process has begun. There was even a moment when we were in Rio de Janeiro just over the weekend where, you know, me and Dave and Pico were sitting there collaborating on some things, working on some ideas together. And so it's nice, you know, that we have these moments, you know, to get that started. I've been working on writing a bunch of lyrics. I know Dave's got a nice little collection of riffs in a folder on our backstage laptop in his Dropbox. So he's got music. I've got a handful of ideas. So I think just starting there is always where it starts. You know, everybody we kind of go to our four corners and we rest, regroup, rejuvenate, and then the plan is to hit 2018 with a new energy, and I think Dystopia reset the bar for Megadeth.
Especially to get a Grammy as well.
Because and I think it kind of set the bar not only with the fans, but it set the bar internally with the band. It's like, okay, this now is the bar of what we know. Today's Megadeth fan, this is what they like from us. This is what they want to hear. So let's keep our eye on that prize.
Awesome. Okay, I've got to ask this is a bit wacky, but can you see yourself like selling the Dave Mustaine beer and wine, and also the Ellefson Coffee, like in the merchandise stand at a Megadeth gig, and they link it all together like that?
Well, it's possible. I mean, coffee. I guess coffee is similar to alcohol. You can go to a coffee bar for coffee. You can go to a bar to drink alcohol. Oftentimes they become nice little add-ons to a meal, to something else.
Yeah.
I think what my goals right now with coffee are, I'm now in Nickel McBrain's rib restaurant down in Florida.
Yeah.
I'm part of a barbecue restaurant in my hometown in Jackson, Minnesota. We're getting into a lot of other little boutique coffee shops as well. So, our whole initiative now is getting into other retail spots, be it restaurants, cafes, or standalone coffee stores, as well as some nightclubs, rock and roll nightclubs, because we're a rock and roll coffee.
Exactly.
We are not pretending to try to go head-to-head with some of the big boys, because they've kind of got that market sewn up. But, coffee drinkers come in all shapes and sizes, and me and my fans, we're kind of, but we beat to our own drums. So I'd rather, initially at least be able to make sure that I'm serving my fans, because I think my fans are my customers, and, they're near and dear to me, and I want to make sure we get the first cup fresh and freshly roasted for us.
Brilliant. Yeah, so we've covered quite a few little bits of that. I'm impressed. So anything else you like to add in the last minute or so?
Thank you. Just forever, especially the last couple of years, with Megadeth and Dystopia, the world tour that we just wrapped up. I mean, it's a 2-year run, one of the most successful ones of our entire career. We're about ready to turn 35 years old next year, in 2018. So just thank you so much for your support for Megadeth. And I've been able to enjoy some other collaborations, and thank you for supporting those. And regarding coffee, may you all roast in peace.
Brilliant. That's absolutely excellent, Dave. I really appreciate this.
Yep, you're welcome. Yep, you're welcome. Yep, you're welcome.